Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Hey guys, welcome back to the Language Tutor Spanish. I'm your profesor de español, Danny Evans. So glad you're with me on this episode. I have another viewer request that I'm bringing to you in this episode. Yes, one of our Language Tutor amigos on the Language Tutor Facebook page gave this idea and said, hey, what about a lesson on the word to get? And I said, hey, that's a great idea because, there are a lot of different ways to say get in English. And not as many ways, but there's a lot of different ways to use it. And so things don't always translate that easily to other languages. So I think it's best that we just look at all the cases of to get that we can and see how they would actually be done in Spanish. Okay, now before we get going with this lesson, we really have to say to ourselves, what are we really trying to say? I mean, is it just one of those things that we would say get in English, but we're not really getting something, if that makes sense? But what are we really trying to say? What is the context of what we're saying in Spanish? So that's really what we want to look at before we try to translate it, okay? So let me give you some examples. Here's an example. If I say, she got sick, well, she didn't get something. All right. And even if I say the opposite, she got better. She didn't get something. It's just one of those things that in English, we say get or got. And it's kind of strange that we do that, right? All right. If the phone's ringing and somebody says, somebody get the phone. Well, are we really saying get the phone? No, we're really saying answer the phone. So we have to kind of look at what we're saying. All right. Also, here's one more. If you tell a joke and somebody said, he didn't get it. He didn't get it. We're not saying he didn't get it. We're saying he didn't understand it. Okay, so really that's what we have to do is what are we really trying to say before we put it into Spanish? Okay, so with that being said, let's just jump into some examples and look at what they would be in Spanish, okay? So let's go back to that first one. She got sick. She got sick. Well, she became sick is really what we're saying, and there's a verb for that. So it would be this, ella se enfermó. Ella se enfermó. Now, you can also use the verb caer, to fall ill, if you wanted to. You could use that one in Spanish as well. So that's one way that we would translate it to Spanish. She got better. Okay, she got better would be ella mejoró. Ella mejoró. She became better because mejorar means to get better or to become better. And so that's how we would say that. There are actually separate verbs for get sick and to get better. So again, that's what we have to ask. What are we really saying? All right. Now here's one. I got the check. Yes, they sent it to me. I've been waiting on it. I finally got the check. Really, what are we saying? Received, right? So again, context. I received. Yo recibí el cheque. Yo recibí el cheque. So I received it. Here's another example. They got some drinks. And they were driving home on the way to the house and they got some drinks. Well, did they get some or did they buy some? Context would probably lean toward they bought some. So we would say this. Ellos compraron algunas bebidas. So we just use simply they bought. All right, now let's look at this verb. To get or obtain can be obtener. Obtener. Now you're going to conjugate this one like the verb tener. We just have an OB in front of it. So this means to get or obtain, to physically get something or obtain it, or be able to obtain. Okay? Here's an example. In English, if I were to say, you can get more lessons on our channel. I hope that's the case. You can get more lessons on our channel. We could say it like this. Puedes obtener más lecciones en nuestro canal. Okay, so that is, in this case, obtener is saying you can obtain, you can get, you have access to. So that's one way we can use get. All right, now I want to show you this verb. Conseguir. Conseguir means to get also. But here's an example. If I told somebody, hey, we're going to do this, go get the tools. Okay, get the tools. I could say it like this. Consiga las herramientas. Okay, consiga las herramientas. I'm telling someone, get it. So conseguir is a good way to get something. Conseguir. All right, here's another way. Somebody's going into the kitchen, you're on the couch, you say, give me a glass of lemonade, please. Okay, you don't want somebody to get it and just get it. You want them to bring it to you, right? So this is a case in which we would most likely use traer, to bring. And we would say, tráeme un vaso de limonada, por favor. Tráeme un vaso de limonada, por favor. All right, now here's one. I will get the opportunity. If somebody says, yeah, I'll get the opportunity at some point. Okay, really, we're saying I will have the opportunity. So that would be a good way to translate get in that context. I will have. So it would look like this. Yo tendré la oportunidad. Yo tendré, future tense, la oportunidad. All right. Here's another way to do it. When is he going to get to the house? Now, we do this in English. We say, when's he going to get to the house? I don't know why we say that in English. Well, there's a lot of things like that in English, right? But we're really saying, when is he going to, I hope you're saying it with me, arrive. Really, that's the key there. So let's use arrive in that case. ¿Cuándo va a llegar a la casa? Okay, it's that simple. ¿Cuándo va a llegar a la casa? All right, look at some more examples. They got mad at me. We say get mad when we really are implying in English became mad, right? There's a verb for that. They got mad at me would be ellos se enojaron conmigo, with me. They got mad with me. Ellos se enojaron conmigo. All right, here's another one. He gets good grades. That's pretty close to actually what get is. He gets them. Okay, so he gets good grades. Él saca buenas notas. Okay, that is, sacar can mean to get something in that way. So sacar is a good verb to use in that context, all right? Now, if you were talking about a court case, what somebody got, a sentence, that could be a tough situation. Talking about a court case, and you might say, they got 2 years. They got 2 years. Now, a lot of times they're going to use the verb echar. So it would be like this, les echaron 2 años. That's what they threw to them. That's what they gave them. Les echaron 2 años. All right, one more example. Somebody says, I have got to study tomorrow. I've just got to. We do that a lot. It's something you just have to do. We say got sometimes. Okay, really, we're just saying that's what we have to do. So we're going to use tener plus que plus infinitive, right? All right, so it would be tengo que estudiar mañana. Tengo que estudiar mañana. Very simple. And amigos, that wraps up this short little lesson. I hope this has helped give you a good idea. The biggest thing you need to take away from this is what are we really saying before we translate it? And then find the verb that targets what you're really trying to say, okay? Hey, jump on the Language Tutor Spanish Facebook page and join our community and all of our discussions and sharing ideas and help and all that kind of stuff. And also listen to the Language Tutor Spanish podcast so you can practice with me on the go. In the meantime, I'll wish for all of you and your family and your friends paz y bendiciones, and I'll see you really soon on the next lesson. Hasta pronto. Friends, thanks for watching The Language Tutor. If you have a question for me, feel free to leave it in the comment section below the video. And please click subscribe and the notification bell so that you'll never miss any of our language lessons.